in the modern age especially, we have a tendency of putting the human individual at the center of our worldview and not God, right? So when you do that, you are asking for yourself to be the one in control. You're the one who has to fix everything. When something is going wrong with your kids, I have to take care of it. When there's something going wrong with one of your relationships, what am I going to do about it? And that mode of thinking, because the individual, you as an individual, are at the center of your worldview, of your story, of your life story, then all the burden is on you to take care of things, right? And when it's like that, of course you're going to be in stress. Of course you're going to be, and the stress does not diminish. It only increases and it continues. Because you are not giving up control to the one who really is in control, right? And what we had said then, of course, in that webinar is that the Islamic worldview is very different than the contemporary liberal secular worldview of having the individual at the center. We say instead, no, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is at the center. He is the one around which everything revolves, around which everything depends, right? And so when that mentality becomes something really deeply imbibed in the human being, then they begin to supplicate. Then they begin to talk with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. They remember Him. And when they start remembering Him, they realize that the remembrance of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for them is even greater. What do I mean by that? That if you think that you are doing a good deed by calling on Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and for a second if you feel that you might feel a little proud of yourself and you begin to feel a little spiritual and you begin to call on Allah, and then you see in your life over time, the more supplication and calling out to Allah and talking with Allah becomes your habit, you will start, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala starts showing you that you think that at that moment when you called on me, everything worked out. In fact, I had been watching over you from beginningless eternity to make it so that you could come to that circumstance where you could call on me and you could remember me and I could take care of your situation, and not only that, reward you for the fact that you remembered me. Right? And his remembrance for us is greater because He is the one who inspired you to even call on Him. As Ibn Ata'illah says in this statement, the last statement on this slide, whenever He loosens your tongue with a request, you should know that He wants to give to you at that moment. So don't even rely on your requesting Allah, right? Instead, you thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that you have allowed me to turn to you and asking for something from you, and I pray that you will there grant me the thing that I ask. Right? But your hope is always in Allah, not even in your dua, not in anything else that you do.